Good afternoon, degenerates. It's Frank, and I got another video for you. So the old 7.3 is down again, and let me just give a little backstory on that. So I'm sitting there driving. I'm gonna go out to eat, go out to dinner, whatever. Make a turn, and it felt like my steering wheel locked. You know, like click locked, and like, oh, we're going into oncoming traffic. Well, it wasn't the case, but steering wheel locks up. I have no power steering. I have no power brakes. I'm lifting my ass cheeks out of the chair, stomping on the brakes. See that glorious POS over there? It's got 37s on it. And so stopping wasn't that easy. I pull off to the side of the road. I'm like, yeah, something definitely blew. No power steering, no power brakes. What could that be? And what was the first thing that came to my mind was the Hydro Boost. Oh, it controls your power steering and your power brake. Open the hood to my truck, you know, it's still running. And I look under and I just see all of this fluid. See, it's even still been leaking. See all this fluid, and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. 7.3. Sounds healthy. So I'm looking here and I didn't really find anything. I've got the charge pipe removed right now so I could get to it, but I found this line right here, and what happened? This piece right here was still screwed in to the side, I'm pretty sure, of the power steering pump, and this was just sitting there spewing ATF all over the place, just absolutely everywhere, making a huge mess. You can see where it used to be one piece and has now been separated. As you probably figured, no parts stores have this thing open, or excuse me, no parts stores have any of this in stock. We can order it. Well, I still got to drive like 15 miles home, you know? So I just did what any person with no common sense would do and just drove her on home. If you can see right here is where that was threaded into, and this is where the other side of the line goes. I took the charge pipe out. I just loosened this band clamp and this band clamp here and ripped my spray painted anodized blue charge pipe out, and that was there. Nice and not effective. So before this video goes any further, I'd like to take time to thank all of my sponsors. I'd like to thank Hooked Coolers for keeping all my drinks cold all the time. If you don't buy anything other than Hooked, you're wrong. Swamp's Diesels. You get Swamp Diesel injectors. Which other ones do we want? Like Air Dog. And I'd like to thank Ox Beam LEDs.
2 hours later.
And any other company that wants to sponsor my build. Just kidding, guys. I don't actually have sponsors, but maybe if they see this, they'll be outraged enough to just watch the video and then maybe feel bad for me, you know? Like, I'll give that poor bastard a new charge pipe. He's an idiot. On the hunt to get a new Hydro Boost line, because I got things to do in the next few days and I need my truck back up and running. All right, update. So when you got some weird off the wall part like this Hydro Boost line, Parks Auto Parts is the way to go. They definitely gonna have it. I think I've been to like 3 or 4. Oh, let's hear the start up of this 5.4. Okay, I've been to like 3 or 4 different auto parts stores. You know, O'Reilly's, Advance, AutoZone, you name it. None of them had it. And it was like, well, I can get it here in a couple days. Like, well, I ain't got a couple days, my man. So let's go slap these beautiful parts in and see how she does. Hopefully I didn't burn anything else up, you know what I'm saying? So I drove like 15 miles with no power steering or power brakes. Blowing fluid out the line. Everything's probably burned up. You know how that goes. Let's find out. Well, we're gonna have to get this one done for the rain comes because it's thundering and whatnot. Let's see what we can bust out. I'm gonna have to find a place to set you guys. Yeah, I know. This is why I don't have any freaking subscribers. My quality of video sucks. Well, anyways, oopsie daisy. I don't have a topside creeper, so you can just go ahead and imagine how ridiculous this probably looks. My 6.5 behind up here. Go ahead and get this thing started in there. And the other part is all the way down here, somewhere there. So stand by. Oh, you can actually see it a little bit. Please be started. Please be started. Please be, Jesus, God, I think we're started. Tighten up this back one, just one last little go. And we'll add some fluid and see how bad it's leaking. It's gonna go ahead and assume it's leaking so that if it actually does leak, we're not gonna be as heartbroken. Gaskets are in. I'm just gonna leave the charge pipe off while it's running so that I can, you know, make sure it's all good. Add some fluid. I'm sure this thing is just freaking empty. Oh yeah, it sure is. Imagine that. So, pro tip, if you didn't know, Ford Super Duties, it could be for other trucks as well, but you don't put power steering fluid in the power steering pump. You actually are going to be putting Mercron 5 ATF in there. And we're gonna spill it everywhere, so. All right, there's already fluid all over the place. It's not gonna hurt nothing. Just go ahead and like fill that damn near all the way up because it's gonna get sucked down and all of that nonsense. That's already going down and level. Works for me. Here we go again. Some damn battery cables once again. Right, so I cleaned the battery terminal so that my truck would start. Starts awesome now. Added my Mercon 5. Yes, this truck takes Mercon 5. Wouldn't suggest putting other stuff in there, and I especially wouldn't suggest putting regular power steering fluid in there, the clear kind. If it's not red, you're wrong. So, you know, filled up the reservoir. As soon as I turned the truck on, you know, sucked everything down. So I kept adding till it sustained the correct amount, and then I started turning the wheels left and right. Now, I'm not sure if this is necessary or not, but since this is a Hydro Boost system that this is the power brakes as well, I hit the brake pedal as well. Till I kept hearing, stop. Stopped hearing whining. Sorry, I can't freaking talk. And I turned the wheels left and right until I quit feeling jitters and shuddering. Until I got a nice smooth transition. And I checked the fluid level once again, and now I'm gonna install my broken charge pipe and take her for a test drive, and I'll bring y'all along the way. Well, let's see how she does. Yes, there's a lot of play in my steering wheel. Leave me alone. I can't afford to fix it. I'm not sponsored by Blue Top yet. We're not gonna get wild now. That feels pretty okay. and gentlemen, I think we fixed it.